Hello and welcome to another update video about Bitcoin. Bitcoin approached the 28K region. It broke out of our trend channel to the upside and is currently following the orange wave count, which is the bullish scenario, the bullish breakout count. We said in the previous video that as long as Bitcoin is holding the trend line, it can easily extend higher, and that I would take a break of the trend line to the downside here as a first indication that we get a pullback in a wave 2. Now, obviously, trend line did hold, so it's going to extend further. This is a bit of a moving target here, this pullback zone. Relevant support for the bulls has now been lifted to 25,450, which means that overall the orange wave count is valid as long as the 78.6 retracement is holding. This will always move up with the wave, so I'm going to adjust that. And that's the 25,450 level, okay? So there's a few things we need to talk about. At the moment, it is possible that this here in the orange wave count is still an extended fifth wave of a wave 1. What I need to mention here is that disregard the yellow wave count. It has basically now moved too high for one more low. At least it has moved too high for one more low in this yellow wave structure. So I don't think that in this wave structure we're going to get a fifth wave down, but I haven't taken it off the chart yet. Remember that we've got our second bullish scenario in which Bitcoin already formed a low here, a lasting low in a wave 2, and we could now be on the move to the upside, in the breakout. Okay, the break out of this trend channel to the upside certainly has bullish implications. Okay, and the idea is that as long as the 78.6 fib level is holding, the overall focus can be on higher in the orange wave count. We're currently holding bullish support, and the idea is that we can be in a third wave rally now. It's of course a bit too early to say, but confidence increases for the bullish case, and we could be in the third wave. Let's see how much power the bulls have. In this video, I want to talk about the subwave structure for the bullish wave count, talk about what needs to happen for the bulls to continue the rally. And also we want to take a look at relevant resistances. So let's start the video with taking a look at relevant structural resistance levels on the way up. Relevant resistance here structurally, where we can expect some setbacks, are 28,470. We've got 29,850, and basically the 30K region that's up here, right? The X wave high. And then very important, and that will be only here we will really get the official confirmation that the third wave rally into the 40K region is running. That is the 31K level, the high of the 15th of April. So the idea is currently that an uptrend is obviously ongoing. Not much surprise to anybody who's been following these videos. We've been tracking a bullish scenario since we had this swing low here on the 15th of June. And I did highlight to you repeatedly that when Bitcoin is finally turning around, it can be fast. Okay, so hopefully nobody is surprised by extensions. Try to make it really, this time, crystal clear that any turnaround, if we really start that third wave, or even if we get a first wave of a third wave or whatever, that the turnaround will likely be fast. I mean, to be honest, in the grand scheme of things, not much happened. Bitcoin moved up 12 to 13%. Nothing too significant, okay? But hopefully everybody was prepared that things can move very fast, that pullbacks can be shallow, and that extensions can go higher than anyone would think. Okay, so that is something I try to make very clear this time, because I know how things work, especially in the third wave. Elliott Wave tells us that there is a potential that this is a third wave rally, and in a third wave things can be very, very aggressive. That's why I highlighted to you this nice, big and colorful trend reversal area, where people had a possibility, if they wanted to use my strategy, that's always up to you, to scale in, to scale into positions. I filled 15 to 20% of what I wanted to add in this rally to the upside. So what I will do, I will probably add in setbacks. But I know that this stuff happens all the time, which is why I don't wait for confirmation that the trend is shifted, but I buy pullbacks. Okay. Anyway, we're now moving higher. And at the moment, this could still be a 5-wave move in orange. However, I see the strong extension, and I have to make one comment here. So at the moment, let's establish, I shared that on Discord and Telegram earlier in the channel membership, targets for the 5th wave. Possible targets for the 5th wave. So we already broke above the 78.6 extension. The next extension is 28,230. If price breaks above it and price sustains above that level, I have to make the assumption that we're already in a 3rd wave. That we might be dealing with a diagonal then, but either way, we would have to say that if we break above that level that I just showed you, wave 1 might have been in here, wave 2 might have been in here, and we might already be in a 3rd wave. That would be very interesting. And then, if that was the correct count, then we would be looking at, let me just try to figure that out, the 1.618 extension. Then Bitcoin could easily reach 29,580. That would at the same time be some kind of evidence that this is a 3rd wave rally. Then we can look for a wave 4 pullback and a wave 5 to the upside. One more word of warning here. If this really is the yellow larger 3rd wave, I said that many times before, but I don't say it in every video, so it's something worth mentioning. Again, I don't want to hype people, and it's too early to say that this is really a 3rd wave. Obviously the trend is now up, right? We broke out, so we are focused on higher. Support levels did hold, everything okay. So it is, if this is a 3rd wave, then setbacks can be very shallow. So I will not show too much of microstructure because setbacks can be extremely shallow. What I will do, if this is confirmed to me that this is a 3rd wave rally, then I will always only just lift bullish support against which price can move higher. Yeah, very important, because in the 3rd wave, extensions are, the mindset has to be extensions are there, and pullbacks will be shallow. What else? So if we really are in a 3rd wave already, then after this 3rd, there should be a 4th and a 5th. And then we should get the larger ABC correction, right? So anybody who, I don't know, missed an entry or anything, there should be, after this larger 5-wave move up. But that's really only if we already are in a 3rd wave. It's a bit too early to talk about that. Or, well, it's a bit too early to confirm that. Then after the 5th wave, which might end sort of around 30, 31K, we should get an ABC structure to the downside, and that could be another pullback. But again, a message here again, pullbacks may be shallow. That's why scaling in can be so powerful. Starting a little higher to scale in, right? But keeping position sizes smaller. But I talked about that strategy many times. We talk about it in the membership as well. But ultimately, I encourage everybody to find their own trading strategy. Yeah, it is very, very important. Otherwise, you will just not be happy and you will not succeed. So, okay. So at the moment, I still consider this a 5th wave. Just because the pullback was very shallow, but we have to be open to the idea that it could already be a 3rd wave. Okay, to the upside. And ultimately, the 25,450 level needs to hold for, and this is a moving target, for further upside in the orange count. And as long as the trend line is holding anyway, it's just going to extend. Okay, it's just going to extend higher. In such a scenario, pullbacks to trend lines are a possible trade setup, right? So what can happen in this scenario here is that we get this stuff. And these can be pullback entries, but that's just one way of trading this. You can use moving averages as well. There's so many, especially in a 3rd wave rally. But we're now approaching the next structural resistance level. So it's very, very interesting. Anything else to mention? I don't think so. So I think the support level is clear. Resistances are clear. Fibonacci extension targets are clear. So yeah, exciting times. I mean, this is exactly what we've been waiting for. Yeah? So I hope everybody's happy, because on the way down, I remember in that video when we highlighted that, guys, we need to see those red candles, otherwise the correction will never be finished. Okay, and now we see that what hopefully everybody wanted to see, which is a rally to the upside and maybe a third wave rally. Now, I'm pretty sure there will be other bearish scenarios available, but at the moment I just see no evidence for them. What I will do after this video, maybe later today, I will update the wave count here. Obviously, we've got the second count, which I will integrate here, which assumes that Bitcoin already completed its wave 2 down here. But what I will also do in addition to that, just for awareness, I will add a bearish count, which will probably look like something like this. That a first corrective wave was finished here. This could become a high B wave, and then we could still come down later. But I have no evidence for that, but it's something that I need to add to the chart for awareness. But that is why we have, at any stage, bullish support, which, as long as it's holding, price can use to turn higher. Alright, that's my update about Bitcoin. I hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Also make sure that you follow us on Instagram and Twitter. There's additional content every day. Thank you. Bye-bye.